This is another speed build. This is my second speed build that I've ever done. So bear with me if it's a little rusty. I apologize for the quality of the video. For some odd reason, I decided to try a new format or new recording and found out quickly in the actual video it was clear, it was crisp, everything was great. And for some reason, whenever I went to upload it, it came out with this little fuzzy thing. So you'll see moments when it's clear and it's great, and then you'll see moments where it gets a little fuzzy. I think I'll have to change the rendering on it to improve it and make it a little better. But this is all trial and error. Like I said, this is my second build, so bear with me. I apologize for the quality. I know that there's tons of builders out there that have been doing it for years and they're veteran, and yeah, I'm a noob. So this is my second build. I was actually challenged by my daughter to do this house. It is supposed to be a 1950s beach house, and my inspiration I got from the what they call the atomic style house. And that's like with the sharp angles and the roof lines and uh, really clean shape and lines. It wasn't more like the bungalow type style houses that you were having in the 50s. So this is kind of going into like the modern age, or like the 1960s. They're experimenting with different styles of the houses and things like that. And my daughter was not too happy about the outside look of the house, but she really loved the interior. And I I don't know. I like it. I'm pleased with it. So yeah, she needs to get over it. No. um I really like that style house, and I was inspired by the houses in Malibu. If you go up there in Malibu, California, you'll see a lot of the atomic style type houses in the 1950s type houses by the beach and things like that. And so I really like that type of style, and to me it speaks Malibu Beach. But I mean, I guess she wanted like the like colonials type house with the 1950s interior. I don't know, but I kind of felt like this house would have been recently built, on the beaches of Malibu, and ready for like a up and coming celebrity or something like that. So that's what inspired me. I did pull a lot of photos from like Google. I wanted to look up 1950s decor and style of houses. And so this living room is actually a inspired replica of a 1950s photo that I found. And it was actually like, it had a stone fireplace with like the atomic clock and the chairs and everything. And I decided to turn the fireplace into a television because I kind of felt like this house probably would have belonged to somebody like in modern times, like now, but who loves 1950s influences and loves the 1950s type style, which in a nutshell is me. I love the 1950s. I always say that I grew up in the wrong era. I should have been born in the 1950s, or like born in the 40s or something like that, and like grew up in the 50s. I'm a rockabilly chick. I love the 1950s. It's my favorite era, and so I absolutely love it. And I love like the 1950s kitchens. If I could have my dream house, it would definitely be 1950s. I love that record player that you're able to get in The Sims now. The radio record player. My grandmother actually had one when I was little, and I remember playing records on it. I think like I played like Loggins in Messina. They had a song that was called like Winnie or Pooh Corner or Winnie the Pooh or something like that. It was like a Winnie the Pooh song. You could probably find it on YouTube, but it was like a Winnie the Pooh song that Kenny Loggins made. And I used to play that record all the time at my grandmother's house. So yeah, that record player is like nostalgia for me. And you see me playing with the dining room. I was trying to get it to look right. And, but now we're on to my favorite part, which is the kitchen. And I absolutely love the kitchen. I was looking up photos for kitchens, and I seen this really cute like informal dining area that I really liked, and so I actually duplicate it here because I wanted like an informal dining area and then a formal dining area. So you'll see that in this build. And just to let you know about the 1950s and like their color schemes and stuff like that, the kitchens and bathrooms were very colorful. They definitely loved like the pops of color and stuff like that, and they were, it was just bringing everything into like the modern age. And so you'll see like the main colors for kitchens and bathrooms were yellow, pink, green, and it was like the seafoam green color, and then blue, which was like a sky blue or baby blue. And those are the type of colors that you had for bathrooms. And I remember my grandmother had a yellow bathroom and a yellow kitchen. It was yellow and brown, and I was just like, oh my God. I hated it, but then like, I don't know, as I got older, I kind of grew to love it, and I missed the house. But yeah, her house was built in the 1950s. And yeah, when my parents got divorced, we actually lived with my grandparents from the time I was 5 until like I was 16. So yeah, we kind of lived there for a long period of time. My mom just got caught up with working and stuff like that, and so my grandparents pretty much raised me. I mean, my mom was always there, but she was always working. And this floor tile I actually created off of bigger floor tiles, and the reason why is because they don't have like floor tiles in the Sims that are like the checkerboard pattern, except for one, and that's the black and white marble one that's in the stone. Um, and I didn't want the black and white tile. It was just too cliche of having like the checker style, floors. So I built my own. And if you ever run into that problem, you can always build your own. Like create, the checkerboard style tiles out of your, tiles that you have. And so now I'm working on this hallway. You see me pull up the black and white checker, and I was like, no, if I'm not going to use it in the kitchen, I'm not going to use it anywhere else. And then I put laundry rooms because, like washers and dryers were just coming in to like the whole, being more modern and more prevalent in the home. And then I work on the bathroom, and I notice now that I have a lot of green in this house. I don't know why I did that. I mean, blue's my favorite color, but yeah, it's green. I got my inspiration for the bathroom from this photo that I seen where the bathtub was kind of like pushed into an alcove, and a lot of bathrooms had that where it was like a tiled in bathtub section, I guess. So I went ahead and went with that. It was kind of like 1920s. They started doing that, and then it just kind of stuck in the 1950s. They liked it. They just changed tile colors sometimes. And I love that wallpaper in the hallway. I swear, if I could find it in life, I would totally make my bedroom walls that color. I love that wallpaper. And here you see me playing with shades, and then in the end, I just get rid of them because, to be honest with you, like a lot of the 1950s houses, especially when they wanted to bring the outdoors in, they didn't have curtains at all. They just had the windows. So I definitely took those off. I was inspired by the girls' room from a photo that I seen, and it had a girl like getting ready in front of her little vanity, and I really like the photo. Um, it looks a little jarbled, but actually it looks lived in. So I definitely like the girls' room versus the boys' room. The boys' room I felt like was just a plain, catchy 1950s boys' room. But the girls' room, it looks like, you know, she's got some imagination, she's got her own style, and I really liked it. So it looks a little cluttered and jarbled, but I think it looks lived in, and I liked it. But you see me playing with the colors, so I'm just trying to get the beds right from the photo that I was inspired from, and for some reason they did not have like a plain white wrought iron bed with a red blanket, so I just went with this one. Um, I One thing I will tell you guys is I'm not about mods. Like I I I have a laptop. I don't have like the hard like set desk computer. Everything's off of my laptop, so I didn't want to bog down my laptop with like all these different mods and things like that. So my sim builds are 100% mod free. So I will tell you guys that if you definitely want to download any of my builds, they are mod free. So I think here I'm like referring to my pictures. So I think that's the reason why there's like a long pause of me trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do, referencing pictures and things like that. So if you want to find any of my builds, please don't look under Destor Diva. You're not gonna find anything. My sim name is Nikki Finn, so when you look for builds, you're gonna look under that name, and I'll put it down below in the description, so that way you guys can easily find my sim page and download any of the builds that I've created. And if you want to change, you know, the colors of rooms, or, you know, obviously not everybody has a boy or a girl. Some people just, you know, have like just adults and don't need kids rooms, and that's perfectly fine. You know, you can turn them into an office space and a workout room, or whatever you guys want to change it to. So this is just me putting in standard rooms, and I think because of the last build I wasn't very keen on kids rooms, so I really wanted to experiment and try to make better boys rooms. So this is my attempt of trying. You know, if you don't try, then, you know, you'll never know. So I definitely wanted to give this a go. You see me switching out the toys for the actual decor toys, and the reason why I did that is because I made the mistake in the last build is I actually put the little trinket toys on the shelves, and then I noticed that my Sims were like pulling the things off of the shelves and putting them away in the toy box, and I was like, no, that's the decor. So yeah, just a tip, use the decor toys, the ones that they never play with, that they're just for looks. Because if not, then they'll take them off the shelves and put it away. So right now I'm focusing on the outside, and I seen this really cute in the house that I had the inspiration for. They had like a back patio that was like walled in or fenced in or whatever. So it didn't have access to the outdoors from that particular door. It was just like its own private little patio. So in order to actually venture outside from the back, you'd have to like go out of the house and around. So, which isn't that far of a walk, but in the photo it was like actually walled in like that. And I think it was just because it was off the beach, so it was like on a cliff, and so they had that like walled space where it was separated. And I was trying to figure out what to do with this backyard. You see me adding like things and taking things away, and I wanted a bonfire pit, and I felt like swings for the kids. hey, might as well go with it. I didn't do a lot of decorating for the garage. I usually don't. I just put cars in them, and that's about it. Uh, I did put a water cooler in there, and so now I'm just adding like the decor and landscaping just to decorate it some. Because this is the front of the house, and it looks so weird. I just wanted to add some greenery and things like that. And I know that the last time that I did the speed build, I didn't add like the not the architecture, the landscaping. And so I wanted to add the landscaping in this one to see if you guys like it better with me adding the landscaping and seeing how I do it, or if you just want it without it. So see, here you see me adding like little touches. I didn't know if I wanted to make like greenery along the top wall part right there. And I just thought less was more. And now I'm going back to the master bedroom. And I wanted to go with like a tiki vibe because in the 1950s, like tiki was like everything. I love the tiki style. And it was so weird because I could have swore that there was like, what do they call them? Those totems or whatever in The Sims. And I was looking for the totems and I could not find them anywhere. So I don't know if I was imagining that or wishing it, but you see me looking for like the totems and I cannot find them anywhere. So I don't know what I was thinking. I thought at one point I could have swore I seen like a tiki, not the tiki torches, but like the little totems that they have. And yeah, I couldn't find one. I don't know where it was, but it would have been really cool to have like a totem, or even like the hula girls, the hula dancers, like a little trinket hula dancer. That would have been awesome. And I think I want to get bowling stuff because that's more my style. I haven't uploaded that pack yet, so I maybe on my next check I'll get like the bowling pack, and then I can do like more retro stuff because that's more my style. But I definitely wanted to uh, make a couple of alterations just to finalize a couple of things. You see me playing with this rug, and I was like, I just could not get the right rug that I wanted, and it was just killing me. But here's the finished build, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for tuning in.